Well, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Sunday Stitching. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy. And today I'm looking at the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Challenge, which is this needle roll or housewife roll or huswif or various names. And most people have done a long, thin strip, 'cause I think that's a traditional way, and it's rolled up. And then you just got like a little sort of Swiss roll cake of fabric with bits and pieces inside, if you haven't seen it. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do a triple thing with, you know, padding here for my needles, pocket here, and then I was going to put some pins over that so I could drape lace and ribbon and things from them. But then we don't want to do that. But then I stumbled across these fabulous boxes by Sam Poole. Stumbled across them because I was watching Carol Law's video the other day. Goodness me, there's a lot of name dropping today. And I just think they're absolutely beautiful. I'm not here to promote the kit, but basically you get 4 boxes. So you get this top, you can see I've made that one, this top, oh actually 5, because then there's 2 small ones. And then you get the base, which obviously you can then print multiple times for each of the bigger boxes. Now, if you look at this, it's a standard box. So you cut it out, you fold round the top, and then you stick your tabs, and that's what makes your box. Now, because I want to make this needle box book thing, I actually cut the tabs off of that side. So I cut those 2 tabs off, okay? And the reason I did that was because I wanted to stick this side of the box to the base. So I get this, yeah? So it's actually stuck down, and that's why I've cut those tabs off, okay? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set about making my sewing kit collection, whatever, inside this box. So I've got some wadding, which I knew would be too big. And I've just bought new bedding. So I've got an old duvet cover, which I think is going to fit in there quite nicely, or the other side has got a narrower stripe, well, and obviously some dog hairs because I live with a dog. So we'll see where we go. So that's the box that it's all going to go into when I'm finished. Now I did do a quick measure, and it was 5.5, slightly under because I want to stick it in, by 7.5. So let's get to measuring this and working out where we're going. So friction pen or a heat erasable pen and a ruler, and I want to go there to 7.5 there. So that is going to be the length, of the wadding that I require. How are you all? Happy, safe and well, I hope. I'm very pleased to say that down here in Kent we finally got some sunshine coming out, which is a bit awesome. Cheers you up, doesn't it? 7.5, and then if we line it up there, we're going to just under 5.5. So I'm going to go there, and then come across there, and again just under 5.5. I'm going to line them up. We'll do ourselves a nice line, and we'll come across there. Now I am going to do this for both the top and the bottom, but you don't want to watch me do both. I mean, you know, once you've done one, you've done it. So I'm just going to do one on camera, and I will do the other one, you know, once I turn the camera off while I'm sitting here leisurely watching a film or whatever. So we need exactly the same thing again. I'm going to put a line there, and I'm coming to, oh, I can't see it now, but the light's in a different place. 7, see, sun comes out, you can't see anything. 7.5. So we'll do a nice line there, and of course I'm not worried because it is a friction pen and it's gonna come off easy enough. And then just under our 5.5, just under our 5.5. So what have you been up to? Is anybody else doing one of these? I must admit, I did the first one of this new season, you know, because I did the pouch. I didn't do the wearable. That didn't really hold any interest for me. But I am now doing this one. I did say to you that I wasn't sure about doing it this time, and that I would potentially just jump in and out. Which is why I've been doing all sorts of other things. Okay, so we've got them. So, fabric scissors. Let's get them cut out. First things first. And you all know how rubbish I am at cutting on a straight line, which is why I've drawn these lines. I probably still can't get it properly straight, but anyway. We all have crosses we have to bear. Let's get rid of that excess because we don't need that. And I have cut this double. I need 2 anyway. B, I'm not sure which one I want to use. Or indeed whether I want to use both of these so that the lid and the base are different. I don't know what I'm doing. There's no real plan. Other than rather than doing this traditional huswify roll, I think I said that right, I don't know. I'm actually doing this book box because I thought, you know what? Why not? I loved these boxes by Sam. In fact, I've not really seen much of Sam's work that I didn't love. Fabulous things she comes up with. I think most of it is actual antiques that she scans. I know the stamp set that I recently bought was taken from scans on actual vintage documents. Okay, whoops. Okay, so now I've got my wadding just to give it a bit of oomph. I've then got this one. Oh, that didn't work, did it? How can they be different sizes? You watched me measure it, didn't you? Oh my goodness. It's gone wrong already, Claire. Right. That is 7, that's why, not 7.5. That's where the sunlight was in the way. That's okay. We've got plenty of it. We've got an entire duvet and 2 pillowcases. So I'm going to have to do that again now, aren't I? Oh dear, goodness me. Right, so not only can I not cut a straight line, I apparently can't measure. So across the top there to 7.5, just under. just under 5.5, just under, you know, you could always go to a channel where they actually know what they're doing. Oh dear, I'm getting very agitated now. I'm trying to patiently, but it's not working, wait for the cloth book from Ali Ferguson. I've had it on pre-order. It was actually released yesterday. So, well, see, I'm saying yesterday, that's because, as always, I'm filming ahead. It was actually released on Thursday. I'm hoping that by the time you're seeing this, I've already got it and I'm having a wonderful time with it. But at the moment, it's Friday lunchtime and it's not here yet. And I'm getting super agitated. The excitement is, honestly, I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. Can't wait to get my hands on it and have a good old play. And I'm seeing that a few people have got theirs already. I did initially think it was because they're in America. Then I saw that Anne Brooks had hers. Well, she's definitely not in America. So I don't know what's going on. Unless they've had such a huge uptake that they're doing it in alphabetical order or something. Because obviously Anne's a B and I'm an H. So I don't know. But anyway, right, we've cut this again. Oh, behave. Behave, Claire. Do you know I've done it again? Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to... have I done it again? Or have I picked up the same ones? Right, I'm going to put you on pause while I sort out actually cutting this out. Right, finally. I'm sure you were all screaming and shouting last time. No, Claire, no, you've done it again. Right, I'm just trying to decide now. Do I want to use this one? Or do I want to use this one? Do you know what? I'm going to use this grey. It just, I don't know, it feels a bit Paris to me. So, I'm going to put that on there like that. I will stitch this. And then this is going to sit. See, and now it's too big anyway. It's going to sit in there. So if I cut it on that white line, it's going to be perfect. And this is why I didn't want to stitch it until I was sure that it was going to fit. Okay, let's have a look. There you go. That fits in there. Lovely. So I'm going to stitch that. I'll just put this here as I've got it. That is going to be going in the top. I'll probably use another one of these actually. And then I'm going to put my scissors there. I think I'm going to put a sew a button there so that you can open them and take them off maybe. So my scissors, I thought if I put some more wadding under this doily, then that I could use for pins and needles. So I could cut a circle of wadding to go under there. And then maybe if I'm going to use this grey again, could use a little bit here. Could use a little bit of this narrower stripe to do a little needle patch there, and then here I'm going to put my pins so that I can have some lacy dangles or whatever, and then maybe I can even get a little pocket that goes there. What do you think? So let's take this out so that we can start getting some sewing done. Now, what I'm going to do is just basically do an invisible running stitch across all those white lines to join it all together. That's the first job. And then, oh, put these fabric scissors away, Claire. And then once I've done that, I can sew my button on for my scissors. Oops. The only thing is, I'm just thinking actually that if I put my pocket there, that's not going to work, is it? Because every time you open this, everything's going to fall out the pocket. So we might have to rearrange things so that perhaps we just have one pin, and there we'll have our pins. And then if I put that up there, we can have a pocket at the bottom. Or do we put our scissors that way? Ah, we put our scissors that way. We can have a pocket at the bottom there. We'll see. We'll see how we go. But I have just realised that obviously I can't put the pocket on that opening bit, can I? So, let's get this sewn, because I feel like Sunday Stitching's had very little stitching in it so far. We've talked about making boxes. We've very badly cut fabric and no stitching as yet has been done. So I'm doing this, you know, tiny stitch at the top. Oh. There we go. Tiny stitch at the top, long stitch at the bottom to do the invisible. I feel like maybe I should have had some pins in this, because we don't want it moving. I'll just have to grip it very tightly, because I haven't, stupid, but I haven't got any pins on my table. And of course the invisible stitches are super invisible because I've got the white thread on the white fabric. It's all going swimmingly, apart from the fact that we've got a knot in our thread. There we go, get rid of that. I haven't got much to say really. I mean, obviously I did all that stitching on that trifold that I was going to do. I'm sure I can think of another purpose for it now. It won't be a problem. I have decided to try and organise my craft corner a bit better, and I've started to make some fabric boxes. To use up some of the scraps of fabric that I've got, and I've now got all this bedding which is in this mixture of greys. Oh, I'm going to pull the needle out, for goodness sake. Right, let's just rethread that. So yeah, I've got all this bedding in various grey combinations. So, oh, I'm starting to make fabric boxes to go on my shelf. So that's something I can probably show you pretty soon. Oh, why have I got a knot? There we go. Oh, someone's got a bonfire. It's probably the same people that had one yesterday. So you can see the little like pin pricks where the stitches are, but you can't really see the stitches, so that's good. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm killing a sweet shop. I'm waiting for this book to come. I love Ali Ferguson and I love her work, and I've never been able to get to one of her workshops because she's so far up north. So I've got her book, and apparently the book has been designed as if, you know, you were in a workshop. Designed for people like me that can't get there, apparently. So we'll have a look and see if we can't get some fabulous projects underway. It's Cloth Tales, isn't it? Or is it Cloth Stories? It's one or the other. So, have you splurged out? Did you get the book? Been super naughty actually, because I've also bought new stamps this week. Well, I didn't buy the book this week, so I bought the book back in December as a birthday gift to myself because it was coming out in March. So and don't get me wrong, I think the amount of work that Ali's put into it, it's a very good price, but it is more than I've ever paid for a book before, so that's quite something. And I can feel my belly rumbling now. I did say to you it was lunchtime. Okay, so, whoops. Nearly there. And yes, I am rushing because it's a video and I don't want you guys, you know, hanging around for hours and not really watching anything majorly interesting. But obviously if I was doing this in, as it were, my own time, I would be going quite happily, slowly, doing the stitching and enjoying the process. Do you know, this is the thinnest bit of sewing cotton, and this is quite a big hole in this needle, and yet do you think I can get the darn thing through it? Look, take this thread through your eye, you stupid needle. Right, there we go. So and then just straighten up this edge a little bit. See, we managed without pins, didn't we? That wasn't so bad. Wasn't so bad at all. So, clip down this one. Oh, and then we'll have to thread the needle again, won't we? Oh, such joy. Such joy. Right, I'm going to leave that because I'll pull it through when you're not here. Okay, now do we agree they go across the top? But then they're just gonna, are they gonna slide? Oh no, they might not do actually. Yeah, no, I don't think they will. So, now I've caught one of them stitches. Right, we're gonna put this there. So let's get my friction pen and let's do a there. That's where the button needs to go. It's been decided. Its fate has been decided. So come through here like that. And because I'm doing a button, I'm going to do it double threaded. Okay, so, oh look, Bee's come to join us. Thanks, Bee. Do a couple of fixing stitches in here. Move my box. And now I'm going to find my needle. And I've chosen one of these buttons that's got, look, one of these really big, stands up quite high, because I want it to obviously stand through the gap in the scissors, if that makes sense. So lots and lots out of stitches here to make sure this button is not going anywhere. And obviously it's a very heavy button, so it does want to dangle down a bit, but that's fine. We need this button because of what we're using it for. It's one of those like Grandad's jacket, leather covered ones. You can actually see the stretching of the leather as it goes round the back. I think that's going to do. So, whoops, come, lost one. I'm actually going to go round a few times and then down. And then we'll close it off and check that it works. That's the thing, isn't it? Make sure it works. It's the only trouble with white thread on white, you can't quite see. Right, so that's going to go at the top of our box. We're going to open our scissors, lay them down and close them. And yeah, I mean, it's doing that, but it won't be able to do that because of the box. So yeah, it's going to be fine once it's glued in. So that's awesome, isn't it? So now a pocket. Now, do I want to do a pocket in the same fabric, so it's almost like an invisible pocket? Well, that could be quite good, couldn't it? And I'm going to do it. This is the piece that I cut wrong. So if we do it like that, and we do it double sized, then stuff can fit in there nicely. But do we want a nice bit of lace on there? We've got some. This lace that is so old, you can just literally pull it apart. Look at that. So I think we're going to have that across there, and I quite like that where it was round, it's now got a bit of a gather on it. So let's pick up our needle and make these threads single again, like so. And I'm going to stitch this to this. So there we go. So again, invisible stitching, going through the thicker parts to make sure that it stays because these bits, you know, they're very weak, which is why they tore so easily. And I think I'm going to do some decorative stitching on here before I close it down, you know, stitch it onto my back piece. So I think when I've got this sewn, I've had you for quite a long time, so I'll leave you to go and get on with what you need to get on with. And then when I come back, you'll see that it's got decorative stitching on before it's been stitched onto that back piece. Because it went so crazy last week, didn't it? I ended up doing 2 videos. That's because that was the birthday packets, wasn't it? So as I started with the wrap, with all of this fly stitch, and that was the reverse applique. Well, I don't want to do a reverse applique on here, but I might do some fly stitch, have short bushes going on or something. So there you go, that is how I am doing my needle saver, that's what I'm going to call it. Doing it in a box, not doing it in a roll. So as always, I'd like to say a huge thank you for you coming along and spending time with me today. I hope you found some joy and inspiration, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. So boxes, sewing pocket. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.